gonna call this series Things Wrong with My Luxury Apartment.
For half of these luxury apartments, the only thing luxurious about them is the price.
Part 2 of these fake ass luxury apartments. What the f is this? This ain't luxury.
You know how luxury apartments look amazing online, but then you move in and it's basically a fancy facade with terrible service, hidden fees, and cheap materials? It's not just bad luck, it's a complete trap. Today, I'm breaking down the bait and switch tactics these complexes use to sell you luxury when it's really just lipstick on a pig. And stick around because I'll be reading some of your comments in today's video, so make sure to leave one down below if you want to be featured in the next episode.
For half of these luxury apartments, the only thing luxurious about them is the price.
Hell yeah.
They will slap a luxury sign on anything if you let them.
Yep.
I was thinking about moving, so I went on a tour of a luxury apartment yesterday. Why the hallways dirty? Why is there blunt wrappers all in the stairwell? Why is the nicest part of this whole apartment complex the leasing office? I need answers. And don't get me started on all these luxury fees they be trying to charge you. They give you the base price, which is one price,
Yep.
and they start adding the amenity fee, the pet fee, the parking fee, the valet fee,
Yep,
the fee
yep.
fee. You be like, God damn. Once it's all said and done, it was like $400 extra.
Yep.
And I don't know what they build in these new buildings with these days, but the walls are as thin as construction paper. You can hear everything. I think they're using 2x4s and paper mache. I think we're bending the word luxury a little
We
bit.
sure are.
Like, I feel like at this point, I can slap a luxury tag on my 2012 Honda Civic. And once again, don't let these apartment complexes sell you on just the amenities and not the apartment. When we on a tour, take me to the room first, not the pickleball court.
This is so true, and I've been wanting to speak on the whole luxury apartment scam and deception that's been going on recently, more so because I'm currently dealing with moving possibly to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am going through the process of applying to apartments, and my gosh, the headaches that I have had that I will tell you in the future, maybe a little bit in today's episode. It's going to make you cringe. I am so pissed off, fed up, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I don't even know where to begin. But let's just start with the fact that every single new apartment complex that is popping up has the word luxury on it, and it's far from it. All they're doing now is just making everything white, throwing some granite countertops at that, is made out of glue and composite and crushed up quartz, and then boom, $4,000. They are junk. They are absolutely junk. My current apartment complex that I've been living in since I think 2021, we're going on 5 years now, has gone downhill so freaking fast, it's unbelievable. Ever since I moved in here, things have just started to break constantly, and the only thing the apartment complex cares about is the front entrance and the main lobby. Everything else is completely broken. The sprinklers don't work. The grass is completely dead. There's dog poop literally everywhere, and nothing gets done. Those amenities, all the barbecues are broken. I mean, I can just go on and on and on about the absolute BS that they call it. They're not luxury. The only thing luxury, like he said, is the legit price. Anywho, I wanted to read a couple of these comments that people had left on that TikTok because it's insane. It really is insane. Luxury apartments really does mean just a nice lobby. I mean, I guess I'm not wrong.
Part 2 of these fake ass luxury apartments. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This ain't luxury. I know it's like stairs, so people gonna walk on the paint gonna come up, but y'all need to keep painting this shit.
Yup.
This shit should be painted every couple months, if you asking me. Shit. And every time I find something new that ain't aesthetically pleasing to me, I'm gonna post it as another part. So stay tuned. Like, look, this is the other set. That was that set
It's
down there that I
terrible.
just showed y'all. But yeah, they all pretty much like that. Rusty as fuck, paint chipping off. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
It really makes you think, where did all the regular apartment complexes go? Why can't we just make an apartment complex that's affordable and just call it apartments? We could even call it modern apartments. They don't have to be 30 years old. But don't call them luxury apartments and then have everything in the apartment fall apart and be made out of the cheapest possible material out there. I mean, we've made videos. They're doing it the same thing, and I would expect nothing less with apartment complex, but they're doing it with new construction homes as well, and those are absolutely disgusting. It's horrible. I've made videos on it. Definitely make sure to check those videos out if you haven't already. But it really makes me want to like go film around my complex. I don't want to do them dirty because I live here. Maybe I'll record stuff and post it after I leave, but it really is hysterical that they'll slap luxury on it, that the photos they take to advertise the apartment, half of them are AI rendered. They're not even real. So they're all docked up to look like really nice. But if you actually tour the place, it's terrible. Anywho, I wanted to read a couple of comments that people had left on those new construction videos because I think it overlaps. And eventually, if I make a part 2 to this, we'll be talking about these luxury apartments. The day I found out that only 1 of 10 builders actually had a license was an eye-opener for me. And that really makes you think about how they built these apartment complexes. They throw them up so quickly, and then nothing is done. And maybe you guys can answer this. It's like, why build something? Especially, I can understand like homes, like super cheap appliances and material in a house, because once you sell it, you wipe your hands free and it's not your problem anymore. But it still is your problem in an apartment complex. So why would you use the most inferior materials and the cheapest appliances and the cheapest parts possible? Because it's going to keep breaking, and the apartment complex is going to have to keep paying for getting it fixed. It's never made sense to me. Like, just pay a tiny bit more for, a slightly better washing machine, and you won't have to keep replacing or fixing the current one that's in my apartment. Make it make sense. Look, you already know how I feel about stuff that's overpriced for no reason. That's why this video is sponsored by Mint Mobile, a wireless provider that's built around premium services without the hidden fees, confusing plans, or inflated pricing that have become normal in wireless. Most people are paying for way more wireless than they actually use. Extra data, features you never touch, and a monthly bill that somehow keeps creeping up. So the question is, why are you paying for all that? Mint keeps everything simple and online. No stores, no salespeople. You can sign up from home, activate with an eSIM in minutes, and keep your phone number, which is why switching is way easier than most people think. Mint runs on the nation's largest 5G network with unlimited talk and text, free calling to Mexico, Canada, and the UK, plus hotspot is included on unlimited plans. Instead of forcing everyone into a one-size-fits-all plan, Mint lets you choose the data amount that actually makes sense for how you use your phone. Plans come in 3, 6, or 12-month options, and buying multiple months up front helps lower your monthly cost, especially if you're tired of paying for benefits you don't even use. As of right now, Mint is offering 50% off an unlimited premium wireless plan, letting you lock in Mint's lowest price of the year at $15 per month for a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. So thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video, and for a limited time, you can get 50% off an unlimited premium wireless plan from Mint by scanning the QR code you see somewhere on the screen, or by clicking the link in the description of today's episode.
All right, I'm willing to bet money with anybody that nobody has seen a better studio than this one that I'm about to show y'all right now.
I just want to show you like what it is, what I mean by these luxury apartments, because again, it's lipstick on a pig. It might look nice in the front, but once you really live there, once you start looking where you're not supposed to, then you start to uncover some crazy things. So check this out.
$1,600, downtown Denver, Colorado. Let's get into it.
Here's the studio. Let's do a check real quick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice and clean. Digital door pad. You guys get this built-in mud space here. Hang up your hats and all that cool stuff. You already see we get these nice tall ceilings. Get this beautiful hallway passage here. And then your restroom's going to be on the right-hand side. It's a glass shower. Really nice. LED lights.
Don't fall for it, guys.
Here. That's me. Really nice quartz countertop. Y'all know I love a good sink. You're going to get the side-by-side fridge. You're going to get the two-tone cabinets as well. You're going to get the white quartz countertop here. And this sink.
Don't trust those
massive.
Appliances.
Really large sink.
I also absolutely hate that sink. Again, maybe to each their own, but the sinks like that have the super tight corners, they're nearly impossible to clean. You have to have them smooth because it's so much easier. And not to mention, mine in my apartment that's only a couple of years old is rusting. Can you believe that?
Head, plenty of cabinets down here for you guys that need to cook. Let's see. I think we passed something up. Yep, you're gonna get your full-size washer and dryer in here as well. Central AC. Let's continue with the tour. Electric stove, microwave.
Those are the
and then
only
this
two
is gonna
things
be
that
your
work.
living space. Guys, this is a studio, but this is an uncommon studio. Look how high the ceilings are. You're gonna have this concrete finish at the top, which
looks
lets you
nice.
guys know you won't hear anybody because we're only on the 6th floor. Living room, and then this also gives you the ability to divide and turn that into your bedroom back there, and then that's your closet there. Let's go see if this closet's even big enough. Okay. Closet's all right. But however, like I said, this is a studio, and the price on this is only $1,600, and they're throwing 8
For a
weeks
studio.
free.
Do not fall for it, guys. I know it might look good, but once you move in, it's over. That apartment that he's showing you has been dolled up and worked on to the 9 to make it look enticing and to get you to fall for it. That's the showroom. They make it look appealing for a reason. When you get your actual apartment, I promise you it's not going to be like that. Everything is going to fall apart on you so freaking quickly. It's such a bait and switch. Repairs on older homes are suffering from low quality materials more often now too. At least they don't need repairs as often though. So that's interesting. And it really makes you think that there's no hope for our generation for people moving in. I'm counting down the days until I get my own house and I can be done with dealing with the nonsense that these apartment complexes are doing to us. Everything has become corporate-owned giants that use AI to decline and just make things extremely difficult. There's no more human empathy or human touch to things, so nothing makes really any sense anymore. It's like you're talking to a wall or a computer when you speak to the front leasing office, the salespeople, the assistant manager, or the management. They can't speak freely for themselves because everything has to go to corporate. It's terrible. And the fact that even older homes and older apartment complexes are getting replaced with this cheap, junky, janky material, I really don't know what's going to be left standing in a couple of years.
We're gonna call this series Things Wrong with My Luxury Apartment. Y'all, when I say I pay for rent, I pay for rent.
We all do.
If you know what I mean. I just moved from a 2-bedroom unit to a 1-bedroom unit after my roommate decided to move home. We used to have this running joke of like, things wrong with my luxury apartment. Like silly things like, oh, the blinds aren't automatic. But y'all, I just moved in. Let me tell you actual wrong things with my luxury apartment. And normally I wouldn't care. You know, like I'm not a super picky girl, but like I said, I pay for rent. And I know the quality because I came from a 2-bedroom unit that was flawless. Let's get to it. Don't mind the mess, we still unpacking. We'll start off simple, but we turn on the light and only one side works. Oh, I'd love to do the dishes. Oh, that's as far as it comes out. Yeah. It's been a hassle. You know, I thought this kind of looked a little janky, but, you know, I was putting my stuff away and oh my goodness.
Is that a hidey hole?
They gave me a little fort in case someone breaks in. Also, high key, why did they not make that a lazy Susan? Like, storage. Here's how we retract our blinds. Oh, she disconnected. She's supposed to be down there.
And like, she doesn't reach.
Let's head to the bathroom. She missing. I be
Oh my
slipping
gosh.
and sliding every time I go to the bathroom. Boop. There's
It's
literally
just slapped
no...
together. Everything is literally just slapped together with glue and cardboard at this point. It really is disgusting. I mean, the corporate greed, they're doing less and less and less to hide their real motive and their real incentive as to why they're doing this. I mean, they're just like throwing up apartments, for whatever reason, maybe they're getting government funding or tax refunds or something, and then they throw it up, you move in, and then they don't take care of it. Like it's done. Once it gets built, that's it. They wipe their hands and it's over and they're never coming back to help you or anyone there. And it's just, you're on your own. You're fending for yourself. If you want something fixed in this apartment, you're going to have to go pay money and fix it yourself. It really is just a shame the way things are going now.
Pausing, it just flies out. I used to be able to open my other one upstairs like halfway and it would stay, and this one just flies off, aka it's probably gonna break soon. Y'all, this is the worst one. I can't shower. I also didn't realize this is how a shower works. So like when you pull the little thing, it stops that up and then water comes up to there. This is what it looks like.
Science. Jesus Christ.
Also, I was trying to turn the shower on and what? So I've literally been taking baths since I moved in. Oh, but when I want to take a bath, look. It doesn't connect. Granted, it was the weekend, everyone was gone, and they said they'll fix it this week. So hopefully it gets fixed soon. Look,
Okay.
I love living here. I love the management. I love the location, but they just missed the mark. Like, a lot.
It's like, what can you even do at this point? Nobody's buying houses anytime soon. So let's scratch that off as an option. You're really only left with like 3. You can either rent a house privately, which is usually a lot more expensive because it's harder to find like a one bed apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like to rent privately, you're usually going to just rent the room with strangers and it's a little uncomfortable. And if you're lucky, it's going to be a 2-bed or a 3-bed, but again, it's a lot more money. So then you're left with 2 options. You can either rent extremely old apartment complexes, 30, 40, 50 years old, whatever, that are unrenovated. Or you pick something that's been around that is considered luxury, that's new and blah, 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 blah. The problem is all these modern luxury apartments, are owned by corporate giants that don't care and just want to suck you dry of all your money. Every single year, expect prices to go up. They'll offer some crazy good incentive to get you in, and then once you're in, they know that most people are not going to want to have to remove or relocate. It's a pain in the butt to be moving. So they take advantage of that, and they'll keep raising rent $100, $200 more a month just to bleed you dry. You get a raise at your job, we're going to be taking that too. Everything is made to be disposable. It sure is. And this doesn't just go with apartment complexes. It's everything. And this generation is growing up in such a corporate greed, late stage capitalistic society. It's horrible. I can't stand it. The human touch, the human empathy, the craftsmanship, the care about the customer is gone. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, did they make an effort to care about you as a person, to have good customer service and blah, 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 blah? That's gone. Gone are pensions. Gone are good health insurance. Everything now is AI run to take as much money from you, and you can't fight it. I call other apartment complexes. I find out they're all run by the same management company. They essentially have an entire monopoly over the area, and it spreads like wildfire.
Allegedly, there's drama in my apartment complex leasing office. So get this, guys. I wake up to an email. The email was sent out at 8 p.m. Our leasing office closes at 6. It says the subject line, love you all. I knew it was gonna be good. So one of the property managers here is being pushed out by corporate, okay? She sent out a very detailed email regarding all the things that she did for us. And this is the list of problems that actually most of us have here. And by the
Pest control, your air conditioning not working, stove, microwave, refrigerator not working, trash is not being picked up, laundry room broken, carpet never being cleaned, pool being broken, grounds being dirty, breezeway without lights, gate never being closed or fixed for your, oh my gosh, the gate at my apartment complex, it hasn't been fixed in months. And then it finally gets fixed and then it gets broken again. And then it's back ordered or whatever the excuse is. They say, we're waiting for a part to come from California. It took 3 months to come. I've ordered things from Dubai that have come quicker than that.
We live in a luxury apartment and we pay $2K a month. So this is great that this even happens here and we all just accept it. But anyway, she's been trying, I guess, to get all this stuff figured out. She's been honestly, maintenance has actually been responding lately. So maybe that is her doing. I have no idea. But anyway, she sent out this message and then the kicker is she put the names and cell phone numbers of every corporate person, and she's don't hesitate to call them at all hours of the night. I'm sure they would love to hear from you for all your problems that your apartment complex has. And she ended it with love you all, I'll never forget you, you know where to find me if you need a hug. Love her. She's a queen. I woke up and I was justice for her. You know what I mean? Slay.
So you want to laugh? I was talking to my maintenance guy that works here, and I found out like something on my fridge broke. Of course, you know, a 3-year-old fridge already breaking. Why not? You wouldn't expect anything less. Like it would stop dispensing water from the water thing. It was like some plastic check valve in the back that breaks. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I know. I know how to fix this." And I'm like, now that I think about it, every single apartment here has the same refrigerator. So there are 300 refrigerators at this complex. And if mine's going to break after this amount of time, wouldn't all of them break at the same time? He goes, "Yeah, I've been fixing these for the past month and a half. They just keep going out and out and out." So it really is just, it's hysterical to me, the whole thing. Now, I do have a story that I'm currently dealing with. It's an ongoing problem. I'm going to have to call them right after making this video because it's ridiculous. And I'm not going to weaponize my platform, at least not yet. So I'm not going to tell you the name of the apartment complex, but I applied for a complex in Charlotte. Spoke to them over the phone, said this is nice, the one that I want. They sent me a quote with a guaranteed price and rate and date of move-in. So I looked at it. I said, this is good. I accepted it. I paid total, my fiance and I paid $400 in application fees, administration fees, $100 security deposit. I get a call the next day and they tell me, "Oh, sorry, that was a glitch. We didn't mean to give you that apartment. That one's not going to be ready because it's going to be renovated, but you can pick any of the other apartments and you can move into those." I said, "Well, all the other ones are different move-in dates. So you're going to hold the apartment for me?" She goes, "Oh, because of the inconvenience." Okay. So she recommends a few other apartments that would be similar, smaller, but similar. I go, "Okay, whatever." I look at them. She goes, "Oh, well, hopefully your budget's flexible because the price is going to be $300 more a month because we're going to hold this apartment for you." I go, "Huh? Because your mistake? It's my fault?" So I said, "You know what? I'm going to look elsewhere. Just give me a refund of my money back." She goes, "Oh, we can't. We'll only give you the refundable deposit back." I said, "Wait a second." So I accepted the quote you sent me of the move-in date for the apartment that's listed. A day later, you tell me I can't move into that one. I can pick another one. And when I say I don't like the other ones, I am no longer allowed to get my money back. Do you realize that's a bait and switch? Like, it's false advertising. So now I'm in this whole big problem and they're holding my money hostage. And when I inquired about a refund, she said, if you do get approved, it's going to take up to 60 days and we're going to send a check in the mail. And I'm thinking, oh, how convenient, 60 days, right outside the window where you can file a chargeback on your credit card. Very, very, very nice.
Luxury apartments really are the biggest scam. Luxury apartment in general has always been my dream. So now that I'm finally here, I'm just realizing how much of a scam I was sold. They can have it back at this point. It's all cheap materials, cheaply thrown together, and then you pay high-ass rent for it. I'm just like, what? They're supposed to be like soft closed drawers, but they don't ever close fully aligned. Like, you see how that...
Look at those. I have the same cabinets. That is not wood. I promise you, it's like cardboard.
Like, just cheaply thrown together. You know what I mean? Like, what? Yes, it's so nice having a key fob. We've been here for 2 months and the key fob is now dead and they have to send someone out to replace it and reprogram it now. So we don't have a key fob. This is going on with the wall. I don't really know what they didn't really know what it is either. Someone was supposed to come fix it. That has been about a week ago and no one's been here to fix it. Really in the bedroom, just ruined floors. Really just small things like, why is the fridge not aligned? Be bamboozled into feeling like you need a luxury apartment because in reality, your old apartment that you're paying way less for is probably put together a lot better than these luxury apartments.
But where are they? I want to find normal apartments and I can't. I'm not even asking for luxury. I just want something somewhat updated and modern. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to apply for an apartment complex that still has wallpaper up. You know, like, is it that much to ask for? Apparently.
I know it's not just Milwaukee, but all of these cities putting up all these high-rise buildings so that all of these developers can get, tax write-offs or whatever it is because they can claim it as a loss because no one's living there because no one can pay $2,200 a month for a studio. The rest of my rant got deleted. But anyways, what I'm saying though is all of these buildings, it's like they're not even like getting creative anymore with like trying to even name a building. They're just slapping it on there, calling it 1910 on Water. That's the address. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, the luxury high-rise buildings, they always have these like names that are like great. And I just saw one that's called like Edgewater 1659. And it's like you just threw a random word in front of the address. And it's like, if I'm paying that much a month for rent, I want to be telling people I live at the Tipton Hotel. I live at the Tipton. You know? Maybe this was just like my marketing brain spinning though while I was on my walk this morning, but it's just like, you're just throwing up these buildings left and right. You're not even taking the time. Like, I haven't even seen an advertisement for any of these new buildings that are going up. Maybe because I'm not in the tax bracket that they're looking to advertise to. But they're not even trying to advertise them. They're literally just throwing these buildings up, calling them their address and saying, peace. We're going to just get a little lost for the year. Oops.
It really is. Come to think of it, in the couple of years that I have lived here, I think it's 4, I have seen at least 10 apartment complexes in like a 10-mile radius from where I live pop up. And there's no way they're getting rented out. We're going up, they're offering up to 10 weeks free rent now. That's how insane things are getting here. But why build it? I don't understand. Nobody is moving here to Florida anymore. Everyone is leaving, but there's more and more massive complexes popping up in areas that don't even make sense. Like, there's a legit shopping center right next to me with a Target and a Costco, and in the center of the parking lot, they decided it would be a great idea to put a like 6-story apartment complex and a massive parking garage there in the middle. That's it. So you can listen to the shopping center landscapers at 7 a.m, weed whacking and blowing with their obnoxiously loud gas-powered, whatever the thing is called, leaf blower. It really is, something is going on that I don't know about.
Does anyone else pay an outrageous amount of rent and like their apartment's low-key a wreck? I have put in like 20 maintenance requests. This cabinet still is broken. I'm like, okay. And I'm sure it's a simple fix, but I'm just a girl. My dishwasher has literally been broken now for 4 months. Like, good thing it's just me. You know, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I don't even have a family in here, you know, it's just me. This flooring rips up, and they said it was my fault, but I put on the move-in sheet that it's not my fault. And I'm gonna cry. I know I'm not getting my security deposit back, but I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. There's also black mold in my bathroom.
Lovely.
And it's been accumulating. And I've put in little tickets of like, hey, I have black mold. And they're like, hey, is that your fault? I'm like, something is clearly wrong with the ventilation. That does not happen. Does not happen in normal freaking houses. And yet my rent would go up if I stayed here another year. Like, girl, I'm moving.
What can you do at this point? We're literally getting screwed. There's nothing, there's no leg to stand on unless you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I mean, even at this point, millions of dollars a year, and have like a lawyer on standby. They're going to crush you. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. And it's just going to keep getting worse as these companies get bigger and bigger and bigger, and AI and the system takes over. Nobody is a free thinker anymore. Nobody that works at these apartment complexes can think for themselves or make decisions. It's always, I got to plug it in and see what the system tells me to do. Boy, oh boy. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it. Let me know your thoughts on my little situation I'm stuck in. Thinking about making a fully dedicated video explaining the whole thing, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's episode. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. If you haven't already seen my new construction homes are horrible video, definitely make sure to check it out right after this. Peace.